Hey, good morning, friends. Today is Monday, May the 5th, 2025, and the time now is 7:47 a.m. Now, friends, it is unacceptable when the American general, a black man, Langley, spoke to the Congress of the United States, a blackface, accusing Africa's, and one of the world's youngest leader, president, Ibrahim Traoré, of corruption and basically stating explicitly, at least for Africans, every Africans know what he means, that the United States should go and take out Ibrahim Traoré. That is unacceptable, and I do believe many Africans need to take it at heart and need to react constantly. When Donald Trump took over, and even before he was inaugurated, it is said that he did invited Ibrahim Traoré to attend his inauguration and has also invited Ibrahim Traoré to meet him in the White House. However, the young leader of Burkina Faso, the rebel, the revolutionary leader of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, refused the invitation. I think that was a strategic but the best move, a good, sensible move. Looking at what is happening now, the fact that Langley is calling for the arrest or the assassination of Ibrahim Traoré, it makes sense, and it basically seems as if the invitation that Donald Trump extended to Ibrahim Traoré to meet him in the White House or to attend his inauguration was to basically fool him, to arrest him, or who knows, assassinate him in one way or another. Now, my friend, Ibrahim Traoré, when he goes out, he is not shaking hands with everyone. It seems that he is only shaking hands with specific people. And I do believe he should continue to do that because the assassins are getting much more creative. Somehow, I do believe he knows that they're going to try to assassinate him. And they've tried about 20 times now, with the recently failed assassination attempt, which came from Ivory Coast. However, friends, I do feel that Africans, both on the continent and abroad within the diaspora, must be ready to react at all times. I have heard many Africans speak about the fact that this assassination thing is going out of hand, is getting out of hand. Now, my question is, as Africans, as much as you are praying and you want to see Ibrahim Traoré live, and you're calling yourself a rebel that you're going to fight at all costs to defend Burkina Faso and Ibrahim Traoré to continue the revolution, my question is, are you willing to die for it? Because the truth here is, whether we are talking about France, the United States, the United Kingdom, or the general conceptual West, we are seeing what is happening in Ukraine. They are being beaten in Ukraine by the Russians. We are seeing what is happening in Gaza. We are seeing the prospect of an all-out war in the Middle East between the United States, Israel, against Iran. We are seeing the trade war that Donald Trump has waged against the rest of the world and against China, and the United States is currently losing that trade war. The general West, the conceptual West, the white West, and the specific countries within the West, the United States, the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, and so on. And in this case, we are talking about the West is an empire, and the various individual countries within the white West are empires of their own. They are desperate. They are losing economic war against China, against the rest of the world. They are losing in Russia or against Russia in Ukraine. If they lose African resources, if they lose control of Africa, it is over for them. Therefore, in this case, my friends, I do believe that they are going to do whatever they can, and they will, to come after Ibrahim Traoré, to assassinate him. So if you are Africans who are talking all the good talks about revolutionary or revolution, and that you care about Ibrahim Traoré and that you're going to defend Burkina Faso and the revolution, my question is, are you willing to die for it? Because they're going to try to kill him, and they're going to try to kill you too. But I do appreciate the fact that Africans in Africa, on the continent of Africa, and Africans throughout the diaspora, from the United States to the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, Europe, to Asia, to the Caribbeans, Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, to South America, Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, to Canada, once again the United States, to Asia, the Middle East, are all voicing their opinion and their discontent. Africans are saying that they are tired and they are saying that it is unacceptable whether the United States use a white man or a black face in General Langley to perpetrate or to propagandize the assassination against or the assassination of Ibrahim Traoré. Africans are saying that enough is enough and that it is unacceptable. And Africans are saying that anything happened to Ibrahim Traoré, that they are going to hold Langley, the United States, and the West accountable. I am glad that this is happening. And I am also glad that it is happening in the era of social media. Because as much as Africa doesn't have a very strong media apparatus or media system that can basically echo Africa's voice, social media, even though Africans don't control the various social media platform, Africans are using social media to connect and to make their voices heard. And friends, this is why I believe that we should be thankful for social media. But Africans need to begin to put their brains together. African governments need to begin to galvanize smart African people, incentivize them to create media apparatus, social media platforms for Africans, by Africans, of Africans, but based in Africa, away from the confines and the control of the West or any other anti-African entities or entity out there. Because this is the only way that the revolution will continue and Africa will liberate itself. As much as Africans don't have much, Africans continue to do a lot more, continue to do great things with less. However, friends, revolutions must be led by a stable, fair, and kind government that basically take at heart the will of the people. Now, friends, this is why we have to be happy that we do have one such government or president in Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré. And I hope that the rest of Africa continue to support him, or that we could see at least 20 Ibrahim Traoré and 20 Burkina Faso-like governments and country on the African continent. Africans have made their voices heard. And we saw that, okay, on the 30th of April, when Africans marched all over the world, on the continent of Africa, in Burkina Faso, Liberia, Johannesburg, Ethiopia, Congo, London, France, Paris, France, the United States, Jamaica, and all over the world, on the continent of Africa and throughout the diaspora, Africans marched, they demonstrated, and they showed solidarity with Burkina Faso and strong support of Ibrahim Traoré. Now, friends, please tell me what you think, and I really want to know what you think. But friends, I am going to end here. I want to thank you for being a member of the Echoing Voice community, my friends, but most especially and most importantly, or important, I want to thank you a lot for watching the Echoing Voice. Peace.